Sport is meant to be a show of skill, tactics, determination and flair in order to find a victor. Teams or players might get lucky, but what makes it interesting is there is no script. No one knows what's going to happen. That's the idea anyway, but when shady characters get involved, it's not always the reality, and they put their personal gain above sporting integrity. Here are 3 match-fixing incidents that will blow your mind. The usual way match fixing occurs is when an official or player is bribed to perform poorly in order to swing a result in the briber's favour. However, a Malaysian match fixing syndicate of bookmakers found a much more creative way to fix a game. Instead of bribing the people in the pitch, a security guard would be offered some cash to short-circuit the floodlights if an underdog were leading or drawing at half-time. This meant the betting companies would pay out or collect the bets, because their rules state if a game reaches the half-time, the result stands as at the point of cancellation. Although never proven, the syndicate almost certainly struck at least 4 times before being caught. Derby versus Wimbledon, West Ham versus Crystal Palace, and Wimbledon versus Arsenal, all in 1997, and Manchester United versus West Ham in 1999. They were also thought to have tampered in the qualifying for the 1998 World Cup. The whole thing is supposed to have netted the gang up to £60 million, as the underdog would not be as heavily betted on as the favourite. However, on February 13th, 1999, their run finally came to an end after a tip-off to the police. Malaysians Chi Ki Ong and Eng Hua Lim were caught red-handed attempting to place a remote-controlled circuit breaker in Charlton Stadium prior to their game against Liverpool. The syndicate had paid security guard Robert Firth £20,000 to allow them into the stadium. All 3 were found guilty alongside Yang Min Suen, a convicted fraudster linked to the Chinese underworld. Charlton ended up winning the game 1-0 without the help of the floodlights, so the bookies still raked in the cash, but it sparked the end of that Malaysian match fixing in English football. Football in Zimbabwe has long since been corrupt and highly politicised, especially by former dictator Robert Mugabe, so it comes to little surprise that it has experienced match fixing in the past. This scandal arises from the Zimbabwe national team's string of friendlies against Asian sides between 2007 and 2009. This includes games against Vietnam, Singapore, Oman, Jordan, Thailand, China and Yemen, all of which were lost. Our suspicions back at home, especially considering the spate of away friendlies, weren't part of any tournament. To add to this, on more than one occasion, firstly against Malaysia, the national team was made up of just one club rather than multiple. In this case, the game was stripped of its status as an A game once the truth was uncovered. The man behind the operation was Wilson Raj Pemal, a serial match fixer who was finally caught after the Finnish match fixing scandal of 2011. And if it wasn't already obvious that not only match fixing had taken place, but the sole purpose of the trips was likely to match fix, then to pile on the suspicion, in February 2012, Zifa chief executive Jonathan Mashingidze was kidnapped during his investigation. In total, 98 players plus the assistant and coach were banned. Going to get away with match fixing. The best way to do it is being subtle, like how the Malaysian syndicate pulled their tricks. The less obvious it is, the less likely the authorities are going to catch you. However, it appears the teams in the Nigerian promotion playoff in 2014 didn't get the message, when 2 games finished 79 and 67-0, meaning the former is the latter on goal difference, earning them promotion. Each team had spies at the opposite match, informing the coaches how many goals needed to be scored. Maybe the teams had felt there'd be no need to be discreet in their bids for promotion, as even the elite leagues of Nigeria receive little media attention, no matter this amateur competition in the remote state of Bauchi. However, after attracting global attention, all 4 teams involved were banned, alongside all the players and coaching staff. Despite this extreme case being covered by global headlines, match fixing remains extremely prevalent to the point where a home win syndrome supposedly exists, where the home team employs all types of illegalities to win said game. There you have it. That's 3 match fixing incidents that will have blown your mind. Thanks for watching, and make sure you watch all the other videos in the Threes playlist if you want similar content.